I find the division very weird.
Oh, listen. I mean, we could go. We could do the. Listen, we'll do a lot of Bears at some point before the year.
Yeah. Here's the thing: big advantage to the Bears.
Yeah, they got a lot better.
J.J. McCarthy, you're going to see it very quickly, is not what people think. And the Lions lost both coordinators. So whereas we look at the AFC West and go, God, that's a good division, we say that about the NFC North. We don't know about Jordan Love. We really don't. J.J. McCarthy is a C quarterback. You ever seen J.J. McCarthy's fourth quarter college stats and playing from behind fourth quarter stats in college? With Michigan and Harbaugh on that O-line, they're terrible. Detroit's pulling.
All right, man, let's talk about J.J. McCarthy. I seen that Colin made some comments. And one thing you got to notice, real talk about the podcast game, and the podcast game has now tore up the industry, in my opinion. From the standpoint like this, but, a lot of people say things or have the most ignorant people on or say the most ignorant things to get traction. So now you have ESPN and like Fox and the entertainment business trying to keep up with the podcasting industry, and the internet favors, and for a reason why, a lot of the goofy takes. And Colin has been goofy for a long time. He said enough stuff to sound intelligent, but a lot of goofy stuff. And last year there was this big thing where a lot of people jumped on the Chicago Bears bandwagon, right? And obviously that didn't turn out well, and he's jumping on Chicago's bandwagon right now. In the clip, we don't know what Jordan Love is solid. I just think when you look at it, probably need Christian Watson to step up at receiver. And for the most part, that's about it. The Bears, Caleb Williams has showed absolutely nothing to make you believe that they're going in the right direction. It's all, Ben Johnson, he was the Detroit Lions. Without Ben Johnson, Detroit Lions is nothing. But he attacked J.J. McCarthy. And have you seen Michigan fourth quarter stats? And it's like, well, more times than not, Michigan played with a lead. That's why you you take stats, and numbers can lie. You know what I'm saying? Numbers can lie all the time. It depends on how you use them. Men lie, women lie, numbers do lie. Because you see a player who puts up great numbers in garbage time, but then when it's crunch time, he doesn't put up those great numbers. And J.J. McCarthy, you have a problem with him doing this thing in the fourth quarter. I mean, look at the semi-conference game, championship game versus Alabama, the semis. They came from behind, I believe, and won that game where he made that final drive. At the end of the day, they played a really ball-controlled offense in Michigan. We run it, we stop the run, we play hard defense, get after the passer. McCarthy probably got to make a handful of passes a game, and we'll see. But Harbaugh swears by him. He's a winner. Amazing arm talent. I mean, when you start talking about throwing the football, he's made some amazing throws this offseason for Minnesota. And one of the concerns about me is he kind of looked kind of thin coming off the surgery. But, they're kind of like, we don't know what Jordan Love is. We have more than a sample size. McCarthy's not that good. Based on what? So you're saying basically what they're saying is this. Caleb Williams is going to be good because of Ben Johnson. Like, do they understand that Ben Johnson has no track record? Let me say this again. Ben Johnson past Jared Goff doesn't have a track record. And let's say this. What people don't really want to say, the elephant in the room, Goff had success before Ben Johnson. This is not like he took a Sam Darnold and then he had success with him, or he took a Geno Smith and then Geno got to him and then he had success. It's not that. Goff has had success in the National Football League. Why are we acting like he hasn't had success? One thing we know about about Caleb Williams, he's not had success. He's not had success in the National Football League. You know, he's not had no real sustained success. So, I mean, you know, Detroit lost both their coordinators. I mean, how many times do New England lose their coordinators and it didn't matter? Those coordinators went other places and they fell on their faces. Romeo Cornell, Charlie Weiss, Josh McDaniels, Matt Patricia. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on. So some of those very same coordinators face planning. You know, a couple were successful. Mike Vrabel, Bill O'Brien had some success in pros in college. You know, but you know, oh man, you know, because the shot at Detroit losing their coordinators is really a shot. It's not a shot at SOL. It's not a shot at the Lions, the Fours, the logo, the players. It's a shot that, oh, this is going to expose that Dan Campbell is not a good coach. No matter what his coordinators say, no matter his track record for picking coordinators, or you know how highly Ben Johnson speaks about him, and how he is prepared and how he know it in the media's mind, you know, it was the coordinators that did all the work. He's just a figurehead. They look at head coaching like many people look at head coaching. They look at it like the head coach has got to know everything. But the thing about being the head coach is, it's all management. It's personality management. Managing just not only the personalities in the locker room, the coaches, the position coaches. You're managing the front office relationship to the players' relationship. Then you're talking about time management. You're scheduling when they go on the bus, when we practicing, when we walk through, when we need to pull back from practicing. You know what I'm saying? Now, not only are you managing personality, you're managing the schedule for the team. When we fly out, when we come back, when we leaving. Okay, if this person late, I gotta find, you know. And then you talk about game management. You know what I'm saying? Because then you also going back to point one, you're managing coaches and you overlooking their game plan. And this is what I want. You overlooking what special teams doing. You overlooking what the defense is doing. You overlooking what the offensive game plan. So really, the only real X's and O adjustments that he making is probably, oh no, hey, look here, I want to run the ball more this week. Or look here, okay, they like to play, they corners up, let's go, their corners back, let's go a little bit more underneath, or let's go with the screen game. He's doing things like that, but really his main job is to manage the personalities and the men and the personalities in that front office, in the locker room, and his coaches. Is to manage the schedule, and it is the game and game management. The X's and O's is the reason you have coordinators. And yes, you're going to override. Hey, we should do this. We should do that. We should. Let's run the ball here. That's his game. But y'all think the coach has to know X's and O's, and you have guys like Cliff Kingsbury, who's an amazing offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, who's an amazing offensive coordinator, Romeo Cornell, who is an amazing defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Rex Ryan, who's an amazing defensive coordinator, and Steve Spurrier, who's a great offensive mind in college, and just say, oh, you worry about the defense. It doesn't work that way, because you're managing a team before X's and O's. You're managing all of that. So if you're a people person and you're good at management, that's really what a head coach is. He's a manager, like baseball. He's a manager. You know, but hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description, follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love support. Peace.